Hello and welcome to Finance Simplified ad review. Do you know a large number of tech organizations such as Apple, Amazon, Facebook, and Netflix save a huge amount of their taxation by way of locating their headquarters from the country which they operate to a country which is a tax haven? Also, this results in a huge amount of taxation loss to the countries where these companies originate their sales. For example, India may be losing a large amount of taxations from Netflix, Amazon, and Google. So, what is the solution to this problem? And what is these countries all over the world which have a minimum taxation that is far larger, far greater than other countries? In this video, we will discuss with you a concept called global minimum corporate tax, which will highlight that what these countries are doing together. So without any delay, let's get into the video. Global corporations such as Amazon, Netflix, Facebook, and other such companies are exploiting the tax structure present in the different countries. What is happening is, like, there are two countries. Suppose country A and country B. And country A has a tax rate of, let's say, 20%, and country B has a negligible tax rate of, like, say, 2%. What happens is the sales which these companies generate from the country A are transferred digitally to country B, and because of it, the net profit shown in the country A tends out to be very less, and so the tax payable becomes very less for these countries. This results in the revenue loss to the countries where these companies operate. For example, when Google operates in India and transfer its sales from India to somewhere else, Indian government will result in a revenue loss. This can be substantiated with the examples that Amazon had a 50 billion sales in Europe in the year 2019, and still it paid a zero tax in its Luxembourg city, where its headquarters are based for the Europe. Why? Because they showed a net loss. Second example can be of the Facebook, where in the year 2019 there was a net sales generated were about $1.4 billion, and still a minimum tax of $51 million only. Another example can be Google, which accounted for June 2020 sales for the year around $2.3 billion and still 70 million in taxes. Why this is happening is because these companies are tax planning in such a fashion that they choose tax havens such as Ireland or other countries in order to protect themselves from heavy taxations present in the European countries. So, in order to tackle the situation, a global minimum tax rate of at least 15% has been proposed by US and various other countries. This proposal has been supported by 130 plus countries in the OECD framework. OECD has proposed a framework of Pillar 1 and Pillar 2. So what are these Pillar 1 and Pillar 2? Let us discuss. According to the Pillar 1, यह कहा गया है कि जितनी भी कंट्रीज है वो एक मिनिमम टैक्स रेट ऑफ एटलीस्ट 15% चार्ज करेंगी सभी डिजिटल कॉरपोरेशंस के ऊपर. और अकॉर्डिंग टू द पिलर 2, ये तय हुआ है कि जितनी भी कंपनीज है उनको एक राइट मिलेगा टू टैक्स दीज मल्टीनेशनल कॉरपोरेशंस up and above 20 to 30 above the 20% of their net profits. So this makes it entire dynamic change jahan pe countries will have the right to tax these multinational corporations, and at the same time they can have their share of their profits in the form of taxation. Now let us talk about some of the impacts this is going to have on the world, on India as in whole. So according to the OECD, there will be an impact of about 150 billion to 200 billion dollars in the form of revenue collected from the tax from these organizations. So this is the large amount of money which can be used by each and every nation of the world. Second impact, earlier countries used to compete with each other in order to make their countries a tax haven. Like, they would substantially reduce their effective taxes so low that the companies, big corporations, were attracted to set up their headquarters there. Now, this competition of fighting with each other in terms of minimizing the taxes will be gone, and this will benefit each and every country in the form of revenues that we can collect in the form of taxation. Talking about India, India अभी तक इक्वलाइजेशन लेवी या फिर गूगल टैक्स जो है इन कॉरपोरेशंस के ऊपर चार्ज करता था, जिससे कि वो इनडायरेक्टली इन कॉरपोरेशन से बेनिफिट लेता था इन द फॉर्म ऑफ the sales that they are generating from Indian markets. With coming of दिस टैक्सेशन क्या होगा कि इंडिया के पास एक डायरेक्ट राइट हो जाएगा इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को टैक्स करने के लिए, और डायरेक्टली हम प्रॉफिट में से उनके हम चार्ज करेंगे जो टैक्सेशन है। इससे इंडिया का जो टैक्स बेस है इन कॉरपोरेशन की वजह से वो बढ़ जाएगा और इंडिया एक सब्सटेंशियल अमाउंट ऑफ रेवेन्यू जनरेट कर पाएगा। इंपॉर्टेंट हाईलाइट टू ये है कि जो भी OECD के पिलर 1 और पिलर 2 है वो इंडिया की रिकमेंडेशन या इंडिया के चाहने के हिसाब से ऑर्गेनाइज किए गए हैं, और और इसके अंदर चाइना, जापान और USA जैसी बड़ी कंट्रीज ने अपना सहमति दे दी है, तो इसके पास होने की संभावना बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाती है। लास्ट चीज़ बात कर लेते हैं हमारे को एज ए सिटीजन इससे कैसे इफेक्ट पड़ेगा। सिंस जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं वो जो रिवेन्यूज़ है वो हमसे जनरेट कर रही है, उस रिवेन्यूज़ जो हमारी स्पेंडिंग है वो हमारे ही डेवलपमेंट के लिए उसका एक पार्ट जो है वो यूज़ होना चाहिए, जो कि मेजरली टैक्सेशन का एक रोल होता है, और इसी पर्पस के लिए टैक्सेशन वर्क करता है, ताकि गवर्नमेंट जो है टैक्स कलेक्ट करके आपके रेवेन्यू, कंपनी के रेवेन्यूज़ पे, आपके प्रॉफिट्स पे, इंडिविजुअल प्रॉफिट्स पे कंट्री के सोशल और इक्विटेबली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर सके ये प्रॉफिट्स। सो विद दिस आपकी स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग, जो अगर ये रिवेन्यू जो हम एक्स्ट्रा कलेक्ट करेंगे, हम सब लोगों की स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग इससे बढ़ेगा। ये जो पैसा आएगा इससे गवर्नमेंट अपनी पॉलिसीज़ को फाइनेंस करेगी, और जो इन टर्न मीडियम और जो पुअर क्लास के पीपल्स है या फिर जो रिचर क्लास के पीपल्स है उनको डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली बेनिफिट करेगा।